There's a quote by Wayne Dyer, who was a counselor, philosopher, self-help author, and a motivational speaker. He said, if you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. More often than not, we have a proclivity to see through the prism of our particular mood at the present moment, whether good or bad. Our mood can change in an instant, especially if it's unbridled. That's why it's important to be consciously aware so that you will be able to notice when you're thinking in a way contrary to the future you desire to experience in this physical world. I don't believe it's a bad thing to be off task. However, I do believe the major fault is to not recognize or be consciously aware when you're off target. Imagine if you were driving a car on a long journey, and when night falls, you find yourself to be more relaxed and drifting off to sleep. But when you begin dozing off, your car began drifting onto the median, and your tires began to run over the rumble strips or sleeper lines. That's your warning to let you know that you're off course, so that you can readjust your driving or simply pull over to a safe place until you're able to continue on your journey. Now, think of your life when you get off course. If you are consciously aware, your internal navigation system will automatically let you know. Well, to borrow a verse from the legendary R&B singer Keith Sweat, it will let you know that something just ain't right. Your life is constantly speaking to you. But in order to be most effective in this life, you must develop your inner awareness. Like anything in your life, if you're not as good at something as you would like to be, you can get better by simply practicing. How long will it take may be the question. Well, however long until you get the results that you're seeking. Be all in when it comes to you creating a new mind for yourself. And if you create a new mind, you are essentially creating a new world for yourself, because your mind is your world. Begin the daily practice of seeing yourself as the finished product that you ultimately desire to be. The beauty of your mind and imagination is that everything is in the present tense. If you were taking medication for an ailment and the doctor prescribed you medication, wouldn't you take it daily or as prescribed until you receive the benefits or results you were seeking? The same goes with your thought life. You must practice feeling and thinking according to the future you desire to experience. Your feelings and mood determines the thoughts that constantly surfaces or resurfaces in your mind. They are a package deal. Again, what do you see? There's a quote by Ewell S. Anderson that says, all things in all circumstances must first be created on the mental plane. And that's knowingly or unknowingly. You are creating your own circumstances. I really want you to understand that you are ultimately creating the world that you are experiencing through your moods and habitual thought life. If you can accept this fact, then you will become empowered, and you will recognize that you can change your life whenever you want to. I don't care how old you are. It's never too late to start now. Remember, the power of life is not stopping wrong thoughts or unhealthy behaviors. The power of life is to start, because a man or woman can't turn from something until they turn to something. So choose what you really want to see and experience in your life. Perhaps when you were a child, you had dreams of opening your own bakery and selling cupcakes. But for some reason, you haven't done it yet. Start today by seeing the bakery, by seeing the cupcakes, by seeing the customers, seeing yourself serving the customers, and feeling yourself into the picture of your dream daily. And your dream will come to pass through a series of events that you would have never imagined. It doesn't really matter how it comes to pass, as long as it does come to pass. I saw this movie not long ago starring Taraji P. Henson entitled Acrimony. I don't know if you've ever heard of it or seen previews to it, but I thought it was a really good movie. I won't spoil it for you, but she played a character named Melinda, and her husband's character name was Robert. Anyway, they went through many things throughout the course of their relationship and eventual marriage. She eventually gave up on her husband and stopped believing in him. But he still believed in his dream. Although he didn't look the part outwardly, he continued believing and mentally seeing his dream as a fact within himself, and it came to pass for him. Don't be surprised if other people around you don't share the same passion or believe in your dream as passionately as you do. Some people are fortunate to have others around them that share their passion, but that's not always the case. The only person who needs to see their dream clearly and believe in it is you. Now that you are armed with this information, what will you choose to do? Will you continue to wait on something to change? Or will you change the way you look at things through your imagination and thought life? Get in the habit of implementing the things you learn now. Otherwise, you will find yourself forever gaining knowledge without the benefits that it will produce because you haven't taken action. The only thing you will lose is the old way of thinking and poverty mindset that you really want to move away from. Be valiant in the pursuit of physically experiencing your dreams. Even if you're afraid, do it anyway. Essentially, everything comes down to what you see or what you keep seeing. You have to embody your desire. And once you begin doing so consistently, you will notice your mood and thoughts will become more consistently aligned. Can you see yourself making $1 out of 15 cents? Do you see your glass half full or half empty? This sight is emanating from your own internal world, thought life, and not your physical sight. There's a quote by Napoleon Hill, and he said, "Whatever the mind of man can conceive and believe, it can achieve." So what will you choose to see? What is it? You're the author of your life. You are deciding the story that's being told right now. You are not weak, but you are as powerful as you decide to be.